So where does the U.S. invest our time and our tax dollars in order to advance this mission? Let me tell you 3 criteria that we consider as we assess where to spend our time and put our money with regard to investments and partnerships in Costa Rica. First, we look for programs where the government is already invested. If Costa Rica believes it's a good program and Costa Rica is willing to put their money into that program, their legislation and their opportunity as well behind such programs, then those are the programs that we give much more serious consideration to funding. Second, we look for public-private partnerships. And I think another way of looking at this, we want to put our money not only where the government is investing, but also where the private sector is willing to invest. And third, we look for programs and opportunities that are innovative and game-changing. The reason for that, I believe, is obvious. The United States, as some of you may hear, is having some of its own budget cuts, and we have limited funds. We are looking for maximum impact, so if we can invest in game-changing strategies that will drive other strategies forward, for us, that is a place where we can get the kind of return on our partnership that we believe makes it worthwhile for Costa Rica and for U.S. taxpayers. So let me share with you several examples where we are putting our mission priorities and our criteria to work here in Costa Rica. Regarding our mission priority on security, one of our focus programs is a secure, modern border. Let me just apply our quick criteria. Costa Rica is invested in the idea of a modern border. We have the work of Minister Gonzalez working on the single window concept to the efforts of Minister Zamora with regard to the border police. The private sector is also engaged in making Costa Rica's borders more modern and more secure. There are a number of organizations such as PAS, which have worked to make the ports more secure. There are companies like Walmart working to enhance trade facilitation at the land borders. And there are a number of organizations, including the leading role that the AmCham has taken and investments they've made in seeing modern borders. Third, borders are game-changing. If Costa Rica has a modern border where they can strengthen their economy by moving trade quickly and efficiently across borders, and at the same time ensure that those borders do not allow illicit trafficking to cross, it will be a game changer for Costa Rica. So let me tell you what we are doing. We are working with Minister Gonzalez and Hacienda on programs within the framework of the Authorized Economic Operator Program to screen and pre-screen certain businesses so that they can move goods more quickly through the ports. We are working with multilaterals and organizations like AmCham to improve security at the ports, particularly with regard to the U.S. requirement for screening the containers. At the land borders, with Minister Zamora, we are supporting his efforts at providing training with the border police. And with a number of multi-agencies across the government of Costa Rica, we are building a new checkpoint near the Panama land border. With our Department of Commerce and with a number of Costa Rican agencies, in the spring we will be running workshops telling people exactly how you need to work and what papers you need, and how you need to file, what organizations you need to work with, so that you can indeed move goods more quickly through the borders. Our effort is a whole-of-government effort, and we work very closely with Costa Rica in exploring the different opportunities to make the borders more modern, more effective in enhancing trade opportunities, and more effective in stopping illicit trafficking. With regard to our second priority of shared prosperity, one of our key programs is with regard to English as a second language. Let me again highlight how this fits our profile. I know everyone is aware of Minister Garnier's efforts to advance English as a second language in the schools. Costa Rica has indeed made a significant investment with regard to this program. I've also been impressed by the efforts within the private community, from nature air to sites, with the efforts that they are making to try to build more opportunities for students and for young people who are post-high school age to learn English as a second language. And learning English as a second language is clearly transformative and game-changing, with the impact most obvious on the younger generation as they become citizens of the global economy. As I've traveled across Costa Rica, it has struck me that there is nothing that we can do that would do more to help these young people access the global economy than to provide them with the opportunity to learn English, which is, if nothing else, the language of the internet. So if we can invest in teaching children how to teach English, how to speak English, and teach teachers how to teach English, that will be a game changer to help Costa Rica as it advances in the 21st century. So what are we doing at the embassy? We have a program to sponsor over 400 high school students in rural and underdeveloped areas to learn English. It is a 2-year program, and these youngsters commit to come every Saturday for 2 years in order to graduate from this program with a basic fluency in English. We have a Teach the Teachers program, where each year we reach over 1,200 teachers who teach English as a second language in the school system in Costa Rica. Another initiative that we've just recently engaged in is to focus in a specific area to see what more we can do, trying to focus both government resources as well as private resources. And we are looking to do that in the OSA, where it's very important not only for economic development but for conservation, that the students there learn to speak English so they can have economic opportunities. Our third mission priority is green growth. Costa Rica is recognized globally for being invested in green growth. And at the same time, I know from the number of companies to whom I've spoken, there is a vibrant commitment on the part of the private sector to advance green growth, from hotels like Quintas Rita to companies that are in the sugar beet business that are looking to make biofuels. And obviously, green growth is a game changer for Costa Rica, who is known worldwide for being a green country. And to the extent that Costa Rica can continue with that trademark for their economic development and further their prosperity with green growth, that is, I believe, one of the trademarks that will help Costa Rica reach developed country status. What are we doing at the embassy? We are doing a large number of programs, and let me just mention a few. Just recently, there was a $1 million grant to Michigan State University to work with the University of Costa Rica to develop a biomass waste-to-energy project. We recently signed a memorandum with Minister Castro and Costa Rica to provide $1.5 million to support a program known in the United States as the Low Emission Development Strategies Program. And working with Minister Castro and with Minister Abraham, we will focus on helping Costa Rica develop strategies for low emission development in the areas of transportation, renewable energy, and agriculture. Last year, we developed and launched a regional energy efficiency center, and we partnered in doing this not only with the Department of Energy in the United States and the National Renewable Energy Lab, but also with ICE, MINAET, RECOPE, and the University of Costa Rica. In pursuit of new solutions for clean energy and energy efficiency, the U.S. government recently awarded 2 grants to NBO and Earth University to develop functioning smart grid models that will further innovation for more secure and reliable renewable energy. The U.S. government also awarded a grant to the government of Costa Rica to develop a national e-government system. This will move forward next year and allow Costa Rica and their governmental entities to share resources online to promote e-commerce and to improve citizen access to information. Moreover, we believe that this program can drive opportunity for further innovation in the way Costa Rica does business, including a greening effect, because people will have to spend less time traveling in their cars to do business with the government. And finally, not to mention, the U.S. continues our long-term involvement in science and technology education exchanges with Costa Rica, with programs like our U.S. Fulbright Scholarship and our science programs with, in partnership with Earth University in Liberia. Now, before my speech becomes as obsolete as my iPhone, I want to share with you some closing thoughts. Innovation is key to Costa Rica's competitiveness. An innovative economy in Costa Rica will exist only with the leadership of the Costa Rican government, all branches of the government, and with the support and investment of the private sector. And as Costa Rica advances to developed country status, the U.S. will continue to partner with Costa Rica with strategic, leveraged assistance in the areas of security, shared prosperity, and green growth. Thank you.